The following may contain language which will be offensive to some people and inappropriate for children. The topics discussed may include drugs, alcohol, or be sexual in nature. This show is intended for mature audiences. Listener discretion is advised. I'm serious. It's dirty. Really, really dirty. Still here? Then pour your favorite beverage, sit back, and let's get this fucking show started.
Fantastic Forum, assemble. You're listening to Fantastic Forum, the premier show about comic books. Welcome to Fantastic Forum. Hope everyone from morning, afternoon, evening, or night, as the case may be, depending on where you are in the world. And if you're not, you should stick with us. We'll help you take it up a notch. You have the usual suspects in the building. First, he is our riddle inside of an enigma, trapped in Chinese finger cuffs. You don't know him. You love him anyway. He's our silent assassin, Jay.
Hey, what's up?
Next, he's the backbone, the pillar, the strength of Fantastic Forum, our nigh invulnerable brawler and resident strongman, Moses Magnum.
I'd like to thank our new sponsor, Starbucks, for making this video. Make sure you hit like and subscribe, and then unlike later if you want, but hit the like and the bell now.
And on Skype, he is our intrepid senior reporter. He's next in line for the Cal. He's our resident Dark Knight detective. It's Oz.
So we got a sponsor, even though we can't get our intro right.
Oh, you heard it that way, but it didn't stream like that, so they didn't know that you heard it that way.
Oh, well, then just edit that out.
No, that's how we got the Starbucks sponsor. They like our realness.
There it is. Mad bugginess. As for myself, my name is Lawrence Young. They call me Mary Young. Welcome to Fantastic Forum. We got a great show for you today. We are going to be talking to you all about The Boys, the beginning of season 2. So we're going to be talking about that. We're also going to bring you a review of We Only Find Them When They're Dead, #1. And of course, we'll bring you the latest and greatest in comic book news and whatever else it is that you all want to talk about. And if you want to get down with Fantastic Forum, we'll tell you how to do that right now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right now, Mo. Mo, right now.
It's coming.
Moses.
Want to get in on the action? Call Fantastic Forum on Skype and join the fun. Too shy to call in? That's okay. You can join the Discord chat room available at
FantasticForum.live.
Join the party. You know you want to.
Exactly. You know you want to. So yeah, go to FantasticForum.live, join chat if you want to do that. You can hit us on Skype if you want to do that. Fantastic Forum on Skype, of course. Or of course, you can just hit the link in the description on YouTube if you want to join in on the show. That can happen too. So get with us. Let us know what you want to talk about. We'll go ahead and bring you in. So I should also mention, before we do all that, we should make sure we thank Mr. Scott Rubin, who, without him, this whole show wouldn't have happened. So thank you, Scott. Hope you're doing well, man. I got to reach out. I got to talk to Scott.
And Starbucks. Cheers,
Larry. And Starbucks. Thanks, Starbucks.
Cheers to the camera. Kirby cheered. There you go.
Tucker Claw in chat says, "What's up, Fantastic Forum? What'd y'all think of that Doom trailer?"
Did
I'll be
any
honest,
of you?
No one I follow has mentioned it, and I did not know it came out yet.
That's fair. That's fair. What
I-
say you, Mo?
I saw a still of it, and I mean, it looks great. Like everything I've seen so far looks great. I haven't seen the trailer, but honestly, like that's the movie that I don't want remade. I like how it is. There's a whole legend with Jarodowski's version that the documentary is amazing. That people think like, man, that movie could have been something. So it's like I'm pretty sure I'm going to be disappointed with a reboot. But who knows?
Oz, have you seen the Dune trailer? No, Oz? Yes, Oz?
Not the one that just dropped. I have seen like a lot of the previews for the preview trailer.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. So like, you know, little clips and like little
Like I get the idea. I'm fine.
Okay. I
Don't
saw
need
the
to
Dune
watch it.
trailer. I thought it looked great, honestly. And you know, while I can definitely respect your opinion, Mo, because I think that there are a certain amount of people that feel the same way you do. I personally think Dune actually is the kind of movie that it's been long enough that it's worth remaking. And yeah, it looks good to me. Like,
Is there spice in it?
you know, I believe so, but I don't know for certain. It's like it seems so.
There.
You know, and honestly, it's like I think for me the reason why I feel that way is more so because like I have like very like vague recollections of the original movie at this point. Like it's been that long.
Because you're not a David Lynch fan.
Well, I mean, are people out here watching Dune on the regular? It doesn't feel like one of those movies. Is
That-
it?
Blue
Yeah.
Falcon.
I've never watched it.
You've never seen the original at all, Oz?
No,
Oh wow.
I didn't know it was a sci-fi movie till like the last 10 years. Because every time I
Oh.
saw the box, like for the movie or the ad for the movie, it looked like it was some kind of Vietnam movie or something like that. I was like, I'm not gonna watch that.
You mean like Desert Storm?
I guess Korea, because there's no trees, right?
Well, it's a desert.
I've never seen it either.
Yeah.
You've never seen Doom either? Well, wait a minute. Wow. Wow.
No wonder
Like,
he
I-
didn't give a fuck about the remake.
Right. Right. No, absolutely. Like
I'm actually excited for the remake. Like I heard it's going to be a lot truer to the book,
I did hear that as well.
and so
I've never read the book, so I don't know anything about that.
right, me either. But if it is true, I would rather a movie be truer to the book, as true to the book as possible. So
Normally, I do feel that way about most movies. The only thing that I feel like I haven't felt that way about is James Bond. I like the movie like suaver James Bond more than the grittier true to life or true to the book James Bond that Daniel Craig has been portraying. But you know, but other than that, I'm with
the
you.
new trailer for that.
You said, "Where's the new trailer?"
No, I saw the new trailer for that. The new
Oh
one.
yeah, yeah. It looks like a good movie too. But I will say that I think
gadgets.
huh?
I missed the gadgets.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you know, like that, like I would like I really enjoyed like Pierce Brosnan, James Bond. I would like to go back to that after Daniel Craig. Like I really hope this is like the last one he'll do.
Right.
But you know, but not because I dislike his movies. It's just like I've had enough. It's like that's all there is to it.
His last James Bond movie was supposed to be like 2 movies ago.
That's true.
He says
That's
that
true.
after every one.
Yeah, you're right. And it's just that's all there is to it. Like this is like the 5th one he's done? I think it's the 5th one that's getting ready to come out. And I'm just like, yeah, that's enough. Like
Good. Does that make him the longest running James Bond?
I don't think so.
No.
How many did Homeboy Highlander do?
Is Homeboy Highlander Sean Connery?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Homeboy Highlander. Like he doesn't even get like his name. Sean Connery. Okay. That's fair. I don't know exactly how many, but I feel like it's more than 5. I feel like it's at least 6 or 7.
Tiger Claw, get on that.
Yeah, he'll let us know. He'll let us know.
7.
That's how many Sean Connery did?
Yeah.
Okay. And then I feel like Pierce Brosnan did like 5 himself, right? Or was it just 4?
I think 5.
Yeah, I feel like it's 5.
It was,
but
it was GoldenEye, Tomorrow Never Dies, and that's was it?
yeah, listen, I can't remember the names of all of them. I mean, the James Bond movies, a lot of them reuse like conventions when it comes to naming. So it's like they kind of meld together for me. But, you know, GoldenEye, of course, stands out. But
Yeah.
even though there was a Goldfinger, but, you know, I don't know, it's enough, right? Difference
What if
enough.
you use the gold finger to poke the golden eye?
Right, exactly. Kirby hand. What were you going to say, Jay?
Roger Moore did 7.
Oh, wow. Roger Moore's a good James Bond, too.
Whatchamacallit, the dude from Doom Patrol did 1.
Yeah, Timothy Dalton, yeah.
He did.
Yeah,
He did
Oh,
2?
did he do 2?
Yeah.
Who was the guy that only
Oh, was it Moonraker?
The Living Daylights and License to Kill.
License to Kill? Yeah.
Jeez. The Living Daylights is the one you forget. We all remember License to Kill.
Yeah, because License to Kill made the that one
Mhm.
they used to play on regular network TV.
Mm-hmm.
We're old.
All right. Like, people are like, what's he mean network TV? It's like, what's that mean? Anyway, we should go ahead and get into it. Let's start with some news. You all good with that?
No.
Yes.
All right, let's do some
Why?
news.
What's funny? Hold on.
Woo! Comic book news.
We should have a
comic book
like current.
news.
Well, not like that, but like
So, one of the big stories right now is actually an old story from like year ago. Basically, people were showing a lot of dislike towards the actress starring in Disney's Mulan remake. And now that the movie has come out, that hatred is reignited. And,
I know she was like supporting like Hong Kong, or not Hong Kong, but like the police
right.
during those riots. I know that a lot of people were like giving her a lot of flack for that.
Right.
She was
So,
saying Blue
yeah,
Lives
that was-
Matter, but in an accent.
say again?
She was saying Blue Lives Matters, but in an accent. I don't want to do the accent because we got Starbucks now, so I can't say what I would say. So, anywho,
Yeah.
I don't think she was saying blue,
yeah.
Oh,
but I won't say what I wanted to say
Yeah.
because we're under the control of the Starbucks now.
No, well, you didn't get that deal. It was just me and Larry.
Oh, fuck you guys then.
if you
But-
could still not be casually racist, that'd be great though. Thanks. No. Go ahead, Jay.
So, yeah, that's one of the things that's been going on.
Yeah, I know people are very unhappy with this Mulan. Apparently, like, I don't get me wrong. I've seen some people that have liked it.
I know.
Well,
Right.
Oh, the
So,
movie?
some of that movie was literally shot next to concentration camps.
Is that true?
Yeah, they're Muslim
Yeah.
concentration camps in China.
Oh, that's not cool.
Did you
Yeah.
like the movie, Oz?
I haven't seen it yet. I got the press copy sitting at home though, because they ain't getting my money.
There you go. That's how you know the movie's gonna
Charging.
fail.
Like, you can watch it for free.
Like what?
Not free, but you can watch it on Disney Plus without an extra charge.
Not right now.
That's in December though.
Yeah,
Is it?
yeah.
December. You have to pay the $30 for now for premiere access or
To
whatever.
rent it.
I mean, I don't think it's renting
Right.
though.
No, it's a rental.
The way that I was told is that you actually like you own the film, you get to keep it.
Mm-mm.
No.
Or at least in Canada, it's a rental. This is one of the posts I read about this Mulan. It says it's titled "Why Not Waste Your Money on Mulan 2020."
Mhm.
It's bullet points. I need bullet point sound effects. Note to self.
I know what bullet point sound effect is.
It's like ping.
Got it.
So bullet point
In
one.
fact, I think we have it now. Let's just cut that.
It says send a message to Disney to stop with this lazy remake bullshit already and create actual new content. Bullet point ping, number 2, no Mushu. Ping, no songs. Ping, bisexual icon Li Shang replaced with bland inferior love interest. Ping, lead actress Liu Yufei trashed Hong Kong protesters, specifically supported Hong Kong's brutal police. Phew. Hong Kong activists are asking international supporters to boycott it. Phew. Perfect live action Mulan starring Vicky Zhao Wei, made in 2009, already exists. Phew. Here in Canada, they're asking $35 fucking dollars plus a Disney Plus subscription just to rent it. That's a phew. The final fume is $35 fucking dollars just to rent it.
So I know 2 of those bullet points are major pluses for me. Like, I'm ready.
The $35 fucking dollars just to rent it.
No, the fuck Mushu.
Oh, and the songs.
I don't really need songs.
I
Yeah.
don't believe that the bullet point was "fuck Mushu," but I understand that's how you interpreted it.
Well, that's Joe's.
Yeah, exactly. That's Joe's bullet point.
It is at the buck.
Well,
That's no
they,
bullet
they
point. That's
do
buckshot.
give you a phoenix, so
I mean, I don't look. Here's the thing. It's like I know people are like, like to trash the whole remake thing, but people like remakes. It's like this.
But
This
I don't-
reeks.
I haven't minded these live action remakes. Obviously, some are better than others. Some have just been
Yeah.
complete garbage. There's been a
Some
couple of good ones.
Some aren't
But-
live action.
I don't mind the there's no songs, and the only problem I have with getting rid of Mushu is that they give the excuse that it's because they want to make it more grounded and realistic, but then they have a character that turns into a hawk.
Yeah, no, I heard that there's a lot of mysticism in it, and that does kind of beg the question: then why not Mushu? But huh?
So we don't need him.
Well, I mean, he doesn't have to be like how the Eddie Murphy character was. It could be different, but either way, it's
No,
just like
we're better
if you
off.
have if you have a phoenix, what's the difference between a phoenix and a little mystical dragon?
Well, first off, phoenixes are awesome. Like, way more than tiny dragons.
I like Tiny Dragon.
I'm not sure that. I mean, I think they're both awesome. I don't know that there's like a huge distinction between the two, but I could be wrong. But what I will say is,
Tiny dragons coming back to life after they die.
sure there are dragons that come back to life after they die.
No.
Not like phoenixes, not like like clockwork or anything. But dude, if you read enough fantasy, there's definitely dragons that people kill or that they think are dead and they come back.
Wasn't that movie with the Highlander homeboy that too?
Are you? Please don't call Sean
The
Connery
what?
Highlander homeboy.
Yeah.
The one where he's wearing the little red bikini.
No, that was a Xanadar.
He's
Dragon
the
Hunter.
voice of the dragon.
And yeah, like, no, that didn't happen. They thought he was dead, but he wasn't.
Oh,
He
that's
didn't
right.
come back to life. He pretended to die.
Yeah, I remember that. Because when he comes back to life, he's just, or when he reveals he's alive, he's just like, "Gotcha."
It just feels to me like the remake thing is like,
Well, that's the easy, like just the tip fuel. Like that's just to get you intrigued in this bullet point. Because once you start preaching to people about, unethical behavior by the Chinese government, then they just zone out.
but I guess what I'm saying is people are like, yeah, I don't like remakes either. They should do something new.
Yeah.
But they go to see them all. It's
Yeah,
like the alternate covers for the comics.
Yeah.
And they're it's like Marvel and DC put out 5 or 6 covers for a book because you all buy them. And it's like to mess around and say like, oh well, they should. I wish they would stop doing that. I wish they don't all these gimmick covers I guess no one's saying gimmicks. They're just saying alternate covers. But it's like, but you're buying them, so
I've yet to see one of these remakes.
you've never seen any of the Disney remakes?
Right. Like, small caveat, I don't consider Maleficent a remake.
No, it's like a prequel type movie, right?
Yeah, that's actually come to more of a retelling because they even like changed the story to make her the good guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, some people count the Maleficent movies as remakes. I don't.
Okay.
So Maleficent is like the only one of these movies I've seen. I haven't seen
But
Lion
It's
King.
also-
or
it's also
Dumbo
the best one.
or- What?
It's also the best one out of all of them.
I mean, have you seen
Well,
Beauty
Beauty and the Beast
though?
was pretty good.
Yeah, Beauty and the Beast
Pretty
is
good.
pretty
Yeah,
amazing.
Accurate to the movie.
It's terrible.
But
I
listen,
heard it's
Beauty and the Beast made me believe that a man could be changed into a candelabra.
Yeah, I heard it's pretty bad.
No,
I mean-
no, it's good.
You mean a skinny guy that's flaming and French? Like that's like you didn't believe in that? Like I
mean,
literally saw that
you-
guy
you-
on Modern Family for 10 seasons.
I mean, you say flaming, but that dude was like he was swimming around with all the ladies
Yeah.
before he
Hey,
became a candle.
again, he's French. It's
It'll
diff-
make you believe that a small white child can become a teacup.
For everything I've heard about it, it sounds just god awful.
Who told you this?
I listened to reviews.
Oh man, there's,
Like,
there's nothing god awful about Beauty and the Beast. I promise you.
Apparently, the timing is all fucked up.
What does that
And
mean?
they changed the backstory to be ridiculous.
In what
And-
way?
It's like it's weird. Like I'm
Who,
definitely
whose backstory did they change? Oh, well, I think I know what he's talking about.
I think you should watch the movie and then you decide if it's ridiculous. Don't listen to critics.
yeah, but here's the thing.
he doesn't have time.
If I watch the movie, then I will have watched one of these live action remakes. So you see my issue.
No, there's no issue there, Joe. It's
I
like
stand with Joe.
you can watch whatever you want to watch. You don't have to like it. It's like, look,
Is that your brand? That you don't watch live action remakes?
no, that's not it. Because look,
What?
oh well, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jay. Answer the question.
What was the question?
Is that like your brand? Is that your thing? You don't watch live action remakes?
No, that's not my thing. Like I watched Battle Angel Alita. I watched Ghost in the Shell. Haven't watched Attack on Titan yet, but I'm definitely going to. Like it's not that. It's just Disney does them poorly.
Look, Battle Angel Alita is definitely a worse adaptation than Beauty and the Beast. I promise you that.
I
Like
don't
by
know.
far.
Amber liked it.
Huh?
Amber liked it.
I'm not saying it's terrible. I it's not a bad movie.
Like Oz
But-
was pretty on board too.
But if you watched
Oh,
like
wait. Hold on. Oz saw both. Oz, what's a better adaptation? Beauty and the Beast or Battle Angel Alita?
Adaptation to the original animated Beauty and the Beast is more true to the original. As far as a movie
Yeah.
in general, Alita I enjoyed more because of the action.
Right. And that's all that really matters, right? Because that's why Disney keeps fucking them up. Because they're just trying to make them good.
Disney messes up the movies because they're trying to make them good.
Yeah, they don't know what good is.
What?
Right? 'Cause, like, I don't remember the original Alita anime having a roller derby.
It didn't.
Well, that's like a quarter of the movie,
It is.
probably more.
I'm just saying, man. There's like, I think if you watched Beauty and the Beast, you would be pleasantly surprised if you like the original one.
Look,
I can't say that for every
I already,
remake.
I already told you which remakes I will watch.
I don't remember that.
I said if they remake Fantasia, I'll watch that. And
Fantasia.
if they remake Robin Hood, I'll go watch that.
Robin Hood might happen. Fantasia, I don't think would happen in this day and age because Fantasia came out in a time
Wait,
when you
so-
didn't necessarily need a through narrative.
Apprentice?
What?
Yeah, Sorcerer's
Did-
Apprentice is a remake of
Sorcerer's
the little
Apprentice. Sorry.
Yeah, Sorcerer's Apprentice is a remake of the vignette that Mickey like where he cuts up the broom and it becomes,
Right,
It's
but
not
that's like a fifth of Fantasia.
right. So it's a remake of a segment of Fantasia because Fantasia is a anthology.
That
And
counts.
that's reimagining because the dude wasn't even a mouse.
He was more like Doctor.
Hey, he's a little mousy to me.
Oh, you mean in the Sorcerer's Apprentice?
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
The dude
Well,
didn't
anyway.
have the same name. It's like some. Any case, Tiger Claw and Chat says, have any of you guys get Marvel Avengers?
no.
I have not.
No.
It makes me really sad that I haven't gotten it
Why?
because it's I want the game, but it doesn't look like the kind of game I want to play, so I'm not getting it. And it's unfortunate because it's like I don't like it's crazy to me that there's a Avengers game in the current generation of video games and it hasn't done enough for me to like want to have it. And I know there are other people playing it. I'm sure sales wise it's doing okay. I don't think it's doing great. It's not going to be Spider-Man, you know what I mean? Spider-Man PS4, like that's a game that everybody's like you have to play Spider-Man. I don't feel like people are saying that about Avengers. Avengers are like there's like a whole list of questions you have to go through before you can suggest Avengers to somebody. It's like, so how do you feel about video game loops? You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you feel about play loop? How do you feel about grinding? It's like, how much do you really love Marvel? Do you like the Avengers though?
Avengers is one of those games that I'm actually grateful that you forced me to play it because otherwise I might have bought it.
Right, exactly.
Knowing that it's an Avengers game, like I was looking forward to it, and then I played it, and I realized that I don't need it right now.
Exactly, and that's the sad fact of the matter, where it's like I was trying my best to like get us all to play it together because I'm like everything I had seen up until the beta, I was like I'm kind of iffy on this, and I was hoping that us coming together and playing the beta, I might be like, okay, this is a game that I can at least get behind if I'm playing with my friends. But I actually felt like I had a worse experience playing with you all than I did playing by myself. Honestly, no, really. I mean, and it's not even like it's not your fault. It's the game. The game doesn't feel like it's conducive to like playing with other people. Really, like I know that's like the thing. Like that's what it's supposed to be. But
They just made again, people want. This goes back to what you were saying that people like the remake because I'm a firm believer that people don't like anything new. They like the same old shit. Every radio station's big tagline was a bigger mix and a better variety, but they still only played the same 12 songs. Everybody's going nuts over WAP, but it's really just Two Live Crew. Like,
no, you can't say that.
It's just a woman doing it, and that's why people are mad.
That's a big deal though, because women don't usually get to do that.
I guess. I mean, I've heard it before from a woman.
Who?
Right. Look, everyone I've been with has been pretty WAP.
No, well, it's just like there's a song. It was called I don't remember, but the song was like "Pussy good, pussy sweet, pussy good enough to eat." Like that's the line I remember, and it's just like what? Like it came out 10 years ago. Like
That sounds like Salt and Pepper.
yeah, but it wasn't.
No,
anyway,
doesn't sound like something.
It's people don't like new things. All right, and where was I going with this? Huh?
You're talking about that versus Avengers.
Oh yeah, if they just made a clone of fucking Gears of War, the same type of 4 or 5 hour gameplay with a good multiplayer, like we would have loved it. Because it's really essentially that you play it like a shooter. Like that's how I played it, and that's how I was able to get past the game, not even enjoy it, just get past it. And I'm like, I'm not paying for this shit.
Yeah, I mean, I do feel like what this game misses that they don't realize or didn't care to make sure that they ensured is the power fantasy that you have as playing as a superhero. And that's the thing where like that should be the main thing. Like the reason why you have like Spider-Man be a successful game is because you feel like you're Spider-Man in that game.
That's why I stopped playing it. It feels too much like Spider-Man. It's too much responsibility.
Right. Exactly. And so the Avengers game, unfortunately, like it has some decent gameplay and it does a decent job of figuring out how to like represent the power sets of some of the heroes there, but at the end of the day, because of the type of game it is, it doesn't feel like it like the main aspect of the game isn't making you feel like, damn, I'm Captain America, I'm Iron Man, I'm Miss Marvel, I'm the Incredible Hulk. That's not what it does. Like the main thing of the game is collect these random things and like make sure that you have the best equipment so that you can like have the best stats so that you can beat the next thing. And it's like that's not what I play that kind of game for. I don't want to play it. That's not what I play an Avengers game for.
Imagine if you read a comic book where the hero has to collect a bunch of shit to be the best like elite score guy. Like
that's called the Infinity Gauntlet.
Yeah, but it's only
I'm
6.
joking. I'm joking.
Like, yeah.
No, yeah. But no, you're right. You're right. It's just one of these things where it's like it's just not the right genre of game for that particular property, in my opinion. I play the Division. I like the Division 2. I enjoy playing those games. So it's not the type of game it is. It's the fact that you're attaching that genre of game with that property. It doesn't work for me. And so I want to like it. I want to play it. Or I don't, not that I want to play it. I want to play it, but I don't at the end of the day. And Oz hit the nail on the head. It's like I'm pretty sure that the beta sealed the deal for me. I'm like, nah, not for me, buddy.
It's definitely like when you mentioned the Division, it's a game that wants to be that because it's a shooter, third-person action shooter with a multiplayer aspect, and even having like the mission base be like the helicarrier and like shit like that will work great. Like I would play a field game like that, just sending you on missions and shooting shit. That would have been a totally different experience. You customize your own shield agent.
Yeah.
You have a power set thing, like
the heroes are like around you, like in the background. They're like set pieces or something. Like
it could be
I agree with that.
Set along the time of like the Initiative or Civil War, where like they can't really be that active, so you have to do things either to hunt them down or to support them on the side. Like a shield game would have been a lot better.
No, I think you're right. Like a game like the Division, where you're playing a shield agent, and so every so often superheroes like slide into the mix, would have been a more interesting game for me personally. Because as a shield agent, I need equipment because I'm fighting supervillains and stuff and trying to like not die. So it's like, that makes sense. Or even look, if you want to get crazy with it, make me a sword agent.
Oh yeah,
that way I can go into space and everything. You know what I mean? I can be on Earth. Yeah, like that would be really cool. I can fight Skrulls and Kree and all types of stuff,
and Chitauri and what's the other one? The time ones.
The time one.
Chronocon or Chronoticons or
oh! You're talking about from Agents of Shield.
Chronicons. Yeah.
Yeah, they're not. I mean, okay. I guess they're time things a little bit. Okay. I
Well, the name's Chrono something. I mean, I don't watch that shit, but
Kron.
Chrono Kron, it's like that's a
Yeah.
time-linked transformer. Like,
You're hilarious.
and then
we
you
talk
have
about-
the Conqueror.
Can we talk about Ray Fisher?
Yeah, I wanted to talk about the Mueller report, but
I don't know.
we,
Tweet about us if we do.
we listen. We can talk about all that. We got enough time, so
All right.
don't trust me. Like we got enough time that we, but we got to go quick. I will
All right.
say this about Ray Fisher real quick. For those that don't know, Ray Fisher is the actor that plays Cyborg. I'm not mad at you if you don't know that. In fact, the only reason I know his name now is because of how much of an uproar that this kid is causing in regards to supposedly being mistreated by Joss Whedon and Jeff Johns and the other dude over at Warner Brothers. Which, hey, I
Which I
don't
have
know what.
Too. Remind me to tell you about my theory about that too.
Okay, and so what? My first question to you all as a group, and maybe what we'll do is, I'll ask you all this individually, because here's the thing. On one hand, I'm like, this kid's causing a lot of noise, and I don't know if that's good for his career. On the other hand, I'm like, I didn't know this kid's name until now. So, Oz, with everything that's happening with Ray Fisher in regards to him talking about being mistreated by the director and the cast, or not the cast, but the executive producers of Justice League during the initial shooting. Is this a good move for him or a bad move for him? What do you think, Oz?
At this point, it's bad. I was with him when he was first talking about Whedon because the guy is like full blown swastika wearing whatever, but then he started. But he never really actually got specific, and that's my problem. Is he never actually says like he said this, he called me the N-word, or
Right.
he did this. He just says, well, treated us badly is what I usually get. Now, I haven't seen any transcripts of maybe somebody did ask him specific questions and maybe he did say. I haven't seen any of that.
Oh, no.
Everything I've heard is him just saying being mistreated. And then he got to Jeff Johns, and when he talked about that encounter, that sounded more like Jeff Johns is telling this guy, hey, look, this is your first big movie. Maybe don't talk crap about the director, because that dude's powerful. And it seemed like Ray Fisher turned that into, well, he's in on it with him and this and that. And I don't know. I want more specifics at this point. It's just, that mistreated is like the big word that I get. I don't get any specific events. I don't get a lot of people. I don't see a lot of people backing up his story. I see people saying they stand with him, but I don't see anybody saying, oh yeah, I saw this. Oh yeah, so and so did that.
Jay, what do you think, man?
Yeah, I don't know. Probably a bad move for him. Like, it always works out better once you're established and then you talk shit.
That's fair. That's a fair point. Moses, what do you think? And you feel free to share your theory as well. But is this a good move for him or no?
I think it's a good move because it's asses and seats. Like, people are like, yeah,
Asses and seats.
I always go to asses and seats. There's no seats to go to right now here in LA. But basically, he's got the public on his side, and the next thing he does, they're gonna go see. And
I think so.
The people that wanna, because he's creating the unseen enemy. In this case, the unseen crime, so that people are like, yeah, because they just want that. They just want the pro wrestling slogans, the heel like remarks that get the stadium running. In this case, the stadium being social media, and he's just doing that. He's not giving specifics. Tiger Claw in chat talks about some NDAs or whatever. What I actually think happened is that they kind of decided to not pay him enough for this movie, but told him this is going to be a breakout career. You're going to be a star after this. And they started kissing his ass to not give him any cash. And once Joss Whedon came in, he wasn't kissing his ass appropriately. Granted, in this Snyder cut, he also has more scenes in it because there's a plot that was taken out. If it's taken out by Joss Whedon, I think it kind of doesn't make sense. I mean, this is the guy that, Buffy's still going on pretty much. Yeah, like that the character's been going on for 30 years now. He did Frey, which was amazing. Firefly, which I think every now and then still has something going on. Is Astonishing X-Men. Like, people try to use that to bring X-Men onto the movies and failed. But, when they ruin something in comics, you're doing something good in comics. You know what I mean? So this guy knows story.
Wait, so you're just going to leave out Avengers, huh?
Joss Whedon?
Yeah.
I'm talking about comics.
Everything you were talking about was movies until Astonishing X-Men.
Right, but okay, so here's the thing. I was talking about Buffy comics and Firefly comics. Like, that stuff lived on beyond their mediums because they're great on the writing.
Okay, and that's fair. That's fair. I thought you were talking about television that he was a part. He was a part
all his stories that he's been, because I didn't mention Dollhouse. Yeah,
you did not mention Dollhouse.
Yeah,
but there's a reason you didn't mention Dollhouse.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But, and then you get Avengers. Like, I don't need to mention Avengers because who mentioned Avengers? The executives at Warner Brothers mentioned Avengers, and that's why he came on and said, "You know what? Jeff Johns likes your character. He put you in here, but Zack Snyder wanted you to do this, and that does not going to work. And so we're going to cut you out." Whoa, but Mr. Whedon, you're cutting me out. Or Joss, you're cutting me out. He's like, no, you call me Mr. Whedon. And then he's like, oh my God, this motherfucker's a racist. And he hates Cyborg and he hates me. And he's, they told me that I'm going to be a star and he's cutting my scenes. And
right,
it's like,
right.
I mean, what other things has Ray Fisher really done?
Nothing that I know of.
And
I ascribe to your theory. Like, I do feel it was exactly that. Like, I feel like
there
might be a part of him that might have been like, Joss Whedon's like, Cyborg isn't that important. And because Ray Fisher doesn't know comics, he's like,
Joss Whedon had the same.
It's because I'm black. And it's like, or it's because he's black. And it's like, no, it's not because he's black. It's because he's Cyborg.
Joss Whedon had the same reaction we had when we saw Cyborg leading the New 52 Justice League.
I mean, not leading, but like with him on the team. Like, Cyborg 100% feels like the diversity hire when he was on the Justice League. Everybody's like, why Cyborg? Because not that why a black person. It makes sense that there's a black person.
Yeah,
and it even makes sense, like, if you're like, okay, well, we don't want to do Martian Manhunter because Martian Manhunter is not really black. He's just like an alien.
He's black.
Huh?
He's black on Mars.
He's not black on Mars.
Yeah, because he fought the white Martians.
Yeah, but I don't know that the ratios are the same. I don't know that green Martians are the.
That's just because we didn't have Martian Mexicans.
Okay. Listen, I can't argue with that.
I mean, if green Martians weren't the minority before, the white Martians took care of that.
What I will say is there are black superheroes in the DC universe that are actually black that you could put on the Justice League if you're like, we want to make sure that we have like a black person or a non-white person. Like, you could, there's a whole, and Cyborg doesn't necessarily feel like the natural fit, but that's what they went with. So, hey, it is what it is. Like, Cyborg's spot has pretty much been solidified. Like, there are people. No, go ahead.
Sorry, my neurotic, paranoid mind also takes me to you also got to think that he's doing these allegations with no real effects conveniently because of NDAs once they announced the Snyder Cut. Like, that's.
I think you're right. Like, a part of it is like just promotion. Like, it might be marketing to a degree, which is interesting. But at the same time, it can't just be marketing because he's throwing like shade at like executives at Warner Brothers. Now,
are they executives right now, or did they get fired by AT&T?
No, they're executives right now. Like, one of the dudes, like, that was one of the things. Like, one of the people that he kind of was like, hey, this guy is one of the people that was like trying to stifle things. They're like, that guy didn't even get promoted yet. He just got promoted. You know, so he's like one of the people that got promoted like after the AT&T buyout. So, you know, potentially he's sticking around.
Yeah.
You know, unless of course
Well,
he
he could be.
called Ray Fisher the N-word
Yeah.
or something like that. Which, you know, if that like, and that's the thing where I get NDAs and I understand it, but at the same time, it's kind of one of these things where an NDA is only as strong as the allegation that or the allegation that it I guess maybe it's not, I guess the better way to say it is the NDA is only as strong as the allegation that it might be potentially like protecting you from, in the sense that, you know, if somebody
Yeah.
said a racial slur to this dude and he's like, they said a racial slur to me, but there's an NDA, nobody's going to enforce that NDA because the public opinion is going to be like, you're going to sue this guy because he told the world that you called him the N-word?
If Stormy Daniels could get out of an NDA, I think Ray Fisher can.
Yeah, easy. And that's the thing where it's like, you know, like it's interesting the way this is all have panned out, because the latest thing is that they're like, okay, like because of the noise that Ray Fisher's making, Warner Brothers actually released a statement, which is crazy because normally a company like this would not release a statement. And they're just like, hey, this guy's kind of flying off the handle. And I'm definitely paraphrasing here. So please go look up the actual statement if you want the verbatim. But my you know, like summary is going to be, this guy's kind of flying off the handle. We did an investigation internally. He asked for an external investigator. We hired an external investigator, and he's not even trying to cooperate with the external investigator. So we don't know what to tell you, but things aren't as dire as Ray Fisher's making it seem. That was like their statement in a nutshell. Then Ray Fisher comes back and he's like, oh, I got the receipts of me talking to the investigator, which he does. Like, he did talk to the investigator. At the same time, though, what he was saying was he didn't really talk to the investigator. He was basically trying to figure out if the investigator was working for the right people, because I guess he has a thing where he doesn't want to talk, or anybody that's working with Warner Brothers Studios or Pictures. I'm not even sure which one it is. But if they work for Warner Brothers Pictures, he doesn't want to mess with them. He wants somebody
So he talked to the investigator, but not about what the investigator wanted to talk about.
Well, here's the thing. He's trying to verify that the investigator works for Warner Media, not Warner Brothers Pictures. Because I guess he feels,
that doesn't count as I cooperated with the investigator on the case he's investigating.
And I would agree with you on that. Like, I feel like there's definitely a bit of semantics going on where you can say, oh no, I talked to him. Here's the receipts. And what I said to him was, I need to make sure you're working for the right people. But you're right. Like, that's not necessarily cooperating with the investigation. That's you trying to vet the investigator. And it's like, you know, I mean, I'm not saying right. I'm not saying that he shouldn't do that. But I guess what I am saying is it's like there's definitely, you can interpret that as not necessarily trying to give that person any information. And he's like, hey, I need somebody else on the line that represents me to be able to like be a witness, because you have people, and yeah, you have somebody here that can verify that I said what I said, but I need somebody to verify what you said, and I don't know that you're working for the right person. And I'm just like, man, like at some point, this is like, if there's like an actual valid allegation here, it's just like, you should just say whatever that is, because we're getting way too far, like way too deep down this rabbit hole. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know if this is a good idea for him.
It might not be. I mean, it's a gamble. The thing is, there's nothing else to do in 2020. So,
and I'm just saying, but especially as like a black guy in Hollywood, it's not like they're trying to give black people amazing roles.
But that's all going to change November 3rd.
Nobody knows that. Nobody knows that. I'm not confident things are going to be that great under a Biden presidency. I'm not. It's going to be better, but that don't mean good.
According to Donald Trump, it'll look like Lebanon.
Oh, okay. There it is. Right. You're right. Biden's America.
Spain, fact checking me. Thank you. Thank you. That's why.
That riot footage they showed during the RNC was footage from Spain.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I mean, we all need fact checking because Trump and I have weird color hair and we rattle off the top of our head. Like
there it is.
And we slur our words occasionally. I have my excuse.
So what other stories you got?
There. Speaking of Donald Trump, there is a Mueller Report graphic novel coming out.
That's through IDW, right?
Yeah, IDW. I'm a proud shareholder. So yeah, it's coming out. I have the press release here. They sent it to me. It's coming out September 15th, 2020. It'll be $15.99.
Yeah.
208-page black and white softcover, 6x9. So it's a smaller format, roughly the dimensions or proportions of this tablet I have here. So it'll be a nice little thick coffee table book.
I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it.
Well, you have to review it. I mean, I love IDW doing these things, and it's kind of what brought me into not from a political standpoint, but going outside the box and bringing these things that are part of history or part of our world and bringing it to comics. One of them is a comic I reviewed. I want to say last summer. It was called They Called Us Enemy, and it's about the Japanese American internment camps during World War II. And that's a great book. I still haven't finished it because I just don't want it to end. Just like I haven't started watching Dark season 3 because I don't want it to end. So but yeah, I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna read it and see what the big hubbub is, because apparently nothing came out of the Mueller report. Is that safe to say?
No, I wouldn't say that.
Well, I mean, nothing happened. There's no repercussions or anything.
Well, I mean, but that's
so obviously nothing happened.
That's not Mueller's fault. Like no, I mean, really, it's like here's the thing. It's like Robert Mueller, and I'm gonna say this real quick and leave it at this. And if you all have something to say, you all can say it next. Feel free. Robert Mueller did everything in his power to basically try to give facts and facts only. And at the end of the day, especially based on the direction from the Department of Justice, he's like, the president of the United States can't even be brought up on any charges until after he leaves office. So it doesn't make any sense for me to say the president of the United States committed any crimes, because why would I say he committed these crimes if he can't be charged for them? So what I will do is I'm going to outline a number of different things that seem as though they could be actionable items for the people that can do something, which in his analysis is Congress. Because the proper based on that Department of Justice edict or edict, however you want to say it, the remedy is impeachment. So he outlined a number of things that were probably things that you could say were impeachable offenses. But he can't impeach anybody because he's not, not only is he not FBI, but it doesn't matter. Like, the only people that can impeach a president is Congress. So he made a list of stuff, and he's like, here, he's like, nothing that I saw was collusion, like coordinated collusion with the Russian government. However, there was these things that were obstruction of justice, and just put it out there. And then he left it for people to do with it what they could, which the only people that could do anything are Congress, because the president is the president. And, Congress didn't They chose not to mess with that. So that's the end of it. Like it's not like I can't like I you like you know it's not like he didn't do his job. Is basically the long thing that the long and the short of what I'm trying to say. He did his job.
Okay, so it should be a saucy read then.
It'll be interesting to see it in comic form. That's what I will say.
The Mueller Report will be adapted by Shannon Wheeler and Steve Doohan. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It'll be out on September 15th. I said that already. I do want the hentai version of the Ken Starr Report.
What? I don't
Now
know
that
that.
they're doing all these reports.
Yeah.
Wait, did you
political-
say you don't know what the Ken Starr Report is?
I don't know what the hentai version of the Ken Starr Report is.
It's the same. The facts.
just-
Okay.
It's a cigar that's all gooey, like in hentai form.
Okay, got it.
It's good
Got it.
with a sumo wrestler.
Y'all are too much, man. Anybody got any more news before we move on?
Are you gonna talk about the Mo deal?
Oh yeah. Moses.
The Mo deal.
He's looking for the drop.
Yeah.
Oh, got it. It's don't worry, Moses is on it. He's got the drop right here in just a moment.
Although
Isn't that right, Moses?
before you hit it, I think that's copyrighted. That might strike us on YouTube. That song.
We'll find out.
I'm putting it out there. You guys do what you do.
No,
I feel like
Or
Oz might have messed around and got us flagged.
you know what? I don't even have the Mo
Hey.
deal thing.
Oh, I got you.
You don't. I'll back you guys' play if you wanna. If there's something you guys want to do, but I'm just putting out what I know, what I've learned about DMCA.
Yeah. Let's see. We got this one. Let's see. Is this gonna get us?
Fuck you, Larry.
I think that's safe.
We got
I feel like that definitely got us flagged. We should not play that anymore.
about
I want all his penis.
No, that's fine.
That's for our OnlyFans.
you know what? I don't have the Mo deal, and I don't know that it's active still. But anyway, play it anyway. Go ahead.
Who is he talking to? Us?
Play the music. Yeah,
Who?
you play the music. You say you got me with the Mo deal music.
Who said that?
He
You-
ad-libbed
Oh, you have it.
all
All right.
over.
Oh, I'm sorry. Damn. Now I don't even remember what the Mo deal sounds like. Money,
Here
money,
There's like
money,
3
money,
words.
money, money, money,
Here comes the money.
Fuck you, Larry. Is that it?
No, that's not it.
Oh. Okay, we should.
It'll work.
All right. But there is a Mo deal. Hopefully you saw it on social media when I posted it. You get over 200 comic books for free on Comixology. They're all Black Panther comic books honoring the life of Chadwick Boseman. We did his obituary last episode. It's not up on Podbean yet. I had technical difficulties, but it's on our YouTube. Link up here somewhere. If you've been watching us, you know there's no link ever. But anyway, everybody does this on YouTube. Link up here. But yeah.
I will say thank you, Moses, for that Mo deal. Today I bought over $500 worth of Black Panther comics for nothing. Even the 1977 series, which, man,
Is that Christopher Priest?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Like, all I know is that if someone had given it to me when it came out, I would not have been able to read it.
Why not?
I was too young. I did not know how to read in 1977.
Got it.
Well, in 77, I don't think was
Jay's been illiterate for a long time.
Was he like what 2 in 77 or what?
Jay was barely born in 77.
Yeah.
I was born
Yeah.
in 77.
So you weren't a twinkle, but you were a fully formed human that can yell,
Right.
and that's about it. Yell and shit and sleep and eat.
How
Like-
how is that different from today, Joe?
Well, now I make music.
Got it.
Yeah, he made our theme song.
Right. Jay and Chris Brown. They
Enjoying Black Panther 77.
They yell and shit and sleep and make music. That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go ahead and get into our first review. Do you all want to do The Boys first, or you want to do We Only Find Them When They're Dead?
I want to do
Lit.
them.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do it. You got review music for us, Moses?
Of course. You
know you do.
Yeah.
Comic book
Review.
comic book
Like review. Well, not like that, but like
I love it. I
That's
love
not
it.
gonna get us flagged, right?
Who knows, man? It doesn't matter. Well, look, they'll come for us, and then we'll
No.
be like, "Hey, give us permission, thanks."
No one's watching. Not even YouTube.
So we only find them when they're dead. It is a comic book published by Boom Studios, written by Al Ewing, illustrated by Simone DeMeo, with colors. Oh, I'm sorry. With color assists by Marisara Miotti, and lettered by N World Design. This is an interesting book, at least to me, in the sense that it's a book about a crew of spacefaring miners, I guess is the best way to say it.
Meat miners.
Right. And what they mine, as Moses mentioned, is the bodies of these dead gods. It literally is about this crew, or at least issue 1 opens up with you getting introduced to this crew of people, and their job is to mine the bodies of these like beings that pop up in this particular sector of space, and crews, different like ship crews, compete to get the bodies or get pieces of the bodies of these different celestial beings. And it's interesting just because just that concept alone, the fact that there's like these like beings that pop up in space and people are like, hey, we want to try to cut these bodies up and commodify them. That by itself is just a kind of out there kind of concept, at least to me. But you get to meet this crew, and you learn a little bit about who each of them is, and you get the sense that, one, this is something that's like a generational kind of thing, but then also, two, you understand that, or at least they hint at the fact that there's a little bit of history behind these crews and who gets to pick what parts of the bodies of these beings, and that there's like a whole like a whole economy behind these beings and like what their pieces are good for and what people in a particular market will pay for. um you get like a sense of all that in this first issue. And so it's like any good comic that isn't based on anything that's come before it, it spends a fair amount of time doing some world building. um so you don't get deep into any one particular character necessarily. It just more establishes the fact that, like, here, these are the players, this is the world, this is what you can expect in regards to the rules and all this kind of stuff. They set up a bit of an antagonistic relationship between the crew of this ship and the people that kind of regulate the sector of space that these bodies come into. And it's a novel concept in my opinion, but obviously my opinion is only one of many. So I would like to hear from the rest of the Fantastic Forum. Jay, did you get to read this book, and what did you think of it?
I thought it was pretty cool, like like a little interesting, pretty cool. Um, I like the almost cartoonish artwork.
Yeah, it kind of has like an anime kind of vibe to it almost, huh?
Right. And yeah, what you say about dissecting people for fun and profit, like it's kind of interesting when you upscale it to this degree. So yeah, I thought it was pretty interesting.
Fair. Moses, did you get to read this book? What did you think?
I did, and like Joe said, and you reiterated, it kind of has that anime feel. It really reminded me a lot of, not in style, something like Macross or Robotech, if you're white. Yeah, but
If you're white, is that what you?
yeah, I know. If you're American, but you know how it is in 2020. Yeah. But yeah, it kind of has that feel, like the character designs and just the scope of like space. Like they have these tight shots around the characters and then these outer shots of their vehicles, and they describe them a little, like you said, world building at the beginning. It felt a little tedious at first, but then once it started pulling out, like tonally, it started pulling out as well as visually, and that together melded really well, kind of like an anime or a manga. And once I got to the point where they actually show you the god they're gonna butcher,
Yeah.
like I'm like, you know what? I can't read this on this small screen. I got my iPad. I read it on a big screen, and I'm like, you know what? I need to read this on my TV. Like
Yeah.
the scope of just what they're doing is really big, but they're showing you just a small part. And visually, like that happens in the first 5 pages, and it feels like that's the tone of the series. And when you see somebody like Al Ewing, who's been doing work with X-Men before House of X, I don't know if after or what, but
Yeah.
like seeing him write some of these books, and Larry, I think you said some of them were better than others.
Yeah.
You could tell he's good. It's just he's good for certain things, and it's like this is immediately made me think of what I always go to, not asses and seats, but the good load. Like what. I expected this type of book from like an Image, and then seeing it happen in Boom Studios was kind of refreshing, and I like that. It's good for Boom. A name like Al Ewing, I think them snagging him up right now is smart, and I really enjoyed this book. I think
You think you're not certain.
they give you only so much of these characters. Like you basically, the last page is where you're really okay. This is their adventure,
Yeah.
and it's like I want to read the next one. So
Right.
we'll get to that, and but right now, just visually, it's like I could not find a screen big enough to really like capture the scope of how the artist portrays what they're doing. Yeah, and
I know what you mean.
it was interesting for me because I was like, well, you know, I watched The Boys because we're gonna talk about that and talking about adaptations and things like and talking about Lower Decks with Oz yesterday,
Mhm.
and things like that, where it's like, you know, adaptations and remakes and homages and things like that. Like, it'd be interesting to see this one, but I kind of, I don't know. It feels like seeing it in motion might be even better.
No, absolutely.
If
It
we get
100% feels like a book that, like, Al Ewing has written a lot of comics. Al Ewing's not the kind of comic book writer. Like, there are other comic book writers. You're like, oh, they're writing a comic for it to be adapted into a television show or a movie. Al Ewing's not that writer.
yeah,
But this book feels as though it should be a television show or a movie.
but it should be done right. Like, you got to get the right director, the right scope, the right,
Absolutely.
like, everything down to like the set design.
Yeah,
And,
I
like,
agree 100%.
you got to get it right. Like, it'd be an undertaking to adapt this, and that's why I would want to see it happen. But then I can also see myself being so
disappointed.
disappointed by it.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's almost
Absolutely.
like to live, I need that disappointment. It's almost like
Yeah.
where I'm at with hot sauce now. Like, shit's not spicy for me anymore. I have to like put it in my eye to really gauge if it's spicy or not. You know?
Right. No, I hear you, man. I hear you. And it's like, you know, you definitely need like the budget to back this up because
Yeah.
this is definitely one of those books where it's just like you can't make this into something else and half step.
Like, each panel would be like an IMAX screen.
Exactly. Exactly. Oz, dare I ask, did you get to read this book, Oz?
Now, hear me out. I didn't read the book, but I did watch the first Guardians movie, so I feel like I have.
Oh, you're a son of a bitch, Oz.
And
Like,
you know, I actually
you're lucky I'm not in control of Skype. I hang up on you right now. God damn you.
now you see why you didn't get the Starbucks deal. I did get not a Guardians vibe, but I did get like
it's Space Misfits.
when you think about the Good Load, it's like, was this something that he kind of pitched or some element of this towards Marvel and they either rejected it or he thought it while he was working on something a little more cosmic and is like, you know what, I'm gonna keep this for me. Like that, if I interviewed Al Ewing, that would be one of my questions. So Larry, make that note because I'm gonna forget. Who am I kidding? I never forget.
You don't forget, but I'll still make the note.
Yeah, but yeah, when we do see him eventually in Comic-Con 2027, I'm gonna ask him. You know what? I'll ask him on Twitter. I know I always say that and I don't, but I will this time.
Yay.
Hit like and subscribe for the answer. But yeah, it definitely, like, when you bring something like Guardians movie and it's like where our Guardians movie failed, I think it will work well for adapting this.
I will say this, Oz. I feel like if you read this book, you would have liked it. But I don't know. But
He
You
loves,
assume a lot of things about me that are wrong.
but you love the Expanse.
Expanse, the TV show?
Yeah.
Never seen it.
Then who?
listen, and I would just like to go on the record as I don't assume a lot of things about Oz that are wrong. I feel like I assume very little about Oz, and the things that I do actually assume I'm right about.
Right, but then I have to change that habit to make you wrong.
That's fair. I mean, listen,
You have to change it.
the depths of your pettiness are like they're beyond all of our mortal ken. I know that. I'm not saying that you won't change your life for the explicit purpose for me not to be correct. What I will say is when I made the assumption, I was correct at the time. So if you want to change your life for that, that's fair. I don't know. I mean, I'm not here to tell you how to live. I'm just here to tell you like what I know. The end. So Jay, what here's the thing that I was really curious about, because you may have foreshadowed this a little bit, but I read this book specifically thinking like, what would Jay think about the art in this book? Tell us what you think about the art.
I like it. Like, it's
You're a little
pretty
low, Jay. Lean in.
good. Yeah, I like it. It's good. Like, I don't know. It starts. I feel like the first panel or first page or two starts off a little extra cartoony, and then they tone it down. Is it cartoony?
Yeah. I think it's the kid.
Right.
They make the kid look extra. Try to make him look extra kiddish.
Right. And I kind of wish it had that feel all the way through.
Got you. That's interesting.
I actually do like how it ends up looking.
Mm-hmm.
And I think one of the things I really enjoyed, and I say this not in like a joyous type of way, but it was really uncomfortable when they were cutting up the god. Like the crew were following, they're cutting off the lip, and so it's like exposing the teeth and the
Yeah.
and yeah, it was a little disturbing.
But you like that.
Yeah, like in a good way.
Right.
So yeah,
When it looked like
got me thinking, and they're all bad thoughts, but like it's like, man, like I kind of wish, and I know they're not gonna go there, but I'm wondering about these, like the anatomy of these gods.
Fair, Jay. Listen, and you're right. Hopefully they won't go there, but I understand what you're saying, and I'm not mad at you 100% because realistically speaking, like when we're talking about like this isn't poaching only because it's sanctioned, but when you're talking about like the practice of cutting up and like selling the parts off of something that was alive, certain parts of the anatomy are usually a premium,
Right.
and they don't mention that in this first issue, but it would not surprise me if it does come up.
another pew to not watch Mulan.
Pew. Wait, what? What?
Because they
Why
cut off
is it-
they eat the pangolins and stuff and the rhino horn and all that.
in the movie?
I'm sure they do. It's mystical.
Oh.
So the cure AIDS with the rhinoceros horn.
And I know it's like it looks like this one god they're cutting up as a female, but because of the suit she's wearing, it's interesting. It got me thinking.
And that's why Joe didn't get the Starbucks.
Oh, jeez, man. Listen. Oh, it's rough out here. So listen. Let's not draw this out too much. Let's go ahead and let's put it out here. Like Oz, obviously you didn't get to read it, but you should. I think hit the link, and I think you might find it interesting, Oz. But if you don't have the time, you don't have the time. But Moses, do you have any final thoughts on We Only Find Them When They're Dead?
The copy I got wasn't the best cover. Apparently, there's better covers.
Oh, I don't even know anything about that. How many? Do you know how many different covers there are?
I do not.
Okay, that's fair.
I might have had. Yeah, I think I have the list.
No, I can find it. You go ahead. But tell me what were your thoughts on the cover you did get?
It was the Boom Studios exclusive cover. It's just the standard, and it's just basically the expanse of space with a ship in the middle and just big bold letters just says we only find them when they're dead. And I don't know what's gonna happen in this. And then that helped. If I would have seen from the list in the back of the book, it says here there is a where is this? There's like a dead god wraparound cover or some shit.
Is the front and the back?
Something like it says. Man, I'm not finding it now. I had a list, but yeah, I want to see the other covers. That's really like I want to see where people go when they commission. Oh, here's my book. Draw a cover for it. I want to see where people go. Yeah,
Right.
You got the butchering, you got the expansive space, the just crazy architecture with the ships, the interesting character designs, and then the interesting god designs.
Right. Right.
Yeah, I want to see it.
Yeah, that's fair. And you know, I'm actually just looking now, and yeah, I do see that there are definitely a few different covers. So yeah, I did not know that myself. I just, you know, it didn't occur to me to look for variant covers. But yeah, it makes sense. It's like it's a number one issue. Number ones usually have a few different people coming in. You know, people ask their friends to come in on the art chores. So
Yeah, the one that, and I'm looking at the list now. It's right in the. I'm looking at it because there's a list at the back of the book that says the convention and store variants, like
oh, okay.
and then on the front cover there's actually there's one called the Dead God variant, which is a Tony Infante cover, and I didn't look it up, so I'm gonna do it now and see. You get my reaction video here. Tony Infante, Dead God. Let's see what comes out. Ah.
Oh my god. Show it to us, Mo. Show it to us. Oh, share the screen, Mo. Share the screen.
That's the thumbnail. Let's see if you can get its glory in here because I'm not savvy.
Yeah. Well, that's a good looking cover, though.
Yeah. It is amazing. It makes Galactus look like he sucks balls.
I'm trying to see if I can get another version of it coming real quick.
Apparently, Tony Infante has some amazing art.
Well, I mean, yeah.
He's followed by Matthew Scalera. Here's one from his Twitter. Let's see if you can see that. It's very anime influenced. Think Bayonetta mixed with Joe Mad. Yeah.
Bayonetta makes Joe mad. That's nice.
It's the only thing that comes to my head right now, real quick. But yeah, I as far as that I do, yeah, you can see that. My
it's not the greatest picture, but that's
yeah, it still looks good. The thing is, there's no screen big enough for you to really appreciate the art that's inspired by this book. Like, it's really, like I can only imagine like if I can equate it. I'll get to that later, but I can equate it to like seeing an album cover on a vinyl as opposed to a CD or a trading card. You know, the art just looks more striking, bigger, and for some comics that's the case. This is one of them that really like. Now from now on, I'm gonna read comics and be like, okay, would this be better, bigger? Yeah,
right. There it is. Well, look, that's like what we used to talk about back in the day with what's my man's name?
Alex Ross.
No, I mean Alex Ross. Yes, that's true too. But
Brian,
no, we were Brian Hitch with Widescreen Comics talking about when he used to do Authority back in the day. Right. It's like it felt like it was supposed to be on IMAX. And so, you know, yeah, I hear you. Jay, you have any final thoughts on this book before we give our ratings? Noah's okay. If you said everything you had to say, that's okay too.
Like, I will say this is like the same guy that did Something's Killing the Children.
Mm.
So that, that's just a nice thought.
What's killing the children, Jay?
I don't know. I haven't read it yet. Like, it's in my wish list.
Got it. The new issue that came out this week, but today.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I saw it and I almost picked it up, but I was like, I think it was like I don't remember what issue was that. I feel like it was like 10 or 9, and I was like, I don't know what's killing the children, but I should probably start at the beginning. You know what I mean?
Right.
So Jay, off the top, what would you give We Only Find Them When They're Dead, #1? What rating would you give it out of 5?
I think 4. Like, I like the art, and I like them cutting up people, and like the little tag at the end, the little hook at the end has got me interested.
Got it. Moses Magnum, what would you give We Only Find Them When They're Dead?
I would give it a 4 out of 5. The only thing that keeps it from being a 5 is that there's only one issue.
Right.
Like, I need to see the whole thing, and then I'm gonna hate it, and then I'm not gonna finish it on purpose.
Exactly. Oh, did you freeze Mo? Damn it, Moses froze.
Right.
He'll be back. I'm going to give it a 4 as well, and for the same reason that Moses said. It's only one issue. It's spectacular. I love it a lot. It doesn't give me enough to be like, oh, it's solid a 5, just because it's like, I got to see where it goes, but it's literally just because I don't have enough information to give it a 5. I enjoyed everything about this book. I've read enough comics in my time where it's like, it could be a 5 book, but I can't know until I read like issue 2 or 3, just because some books are fantastic in their first issue, and then issue 2 and 3 are slogs, and it's just like, it's not worth it. But so far, issue 1 has me intrigued. I am gonna definitely buy issue 2. It is good stuff. I can't recommend messing around and getting issue 1 of We Only Find Them When They're Dead. You should mess with it. It's a good book. So there we go. Muzz, are you back? Mo? Mo, are you there? No, Mo? No? God damn it, Mo.
I'm sorry. Hold on.
Oh, okay, good. Thank God.
What happened? What did you say?
I was just making sure you're still there. And
Yeah,
does that mean that Oz gone, or is Oz
No,
here?
he should still be there,
Oz, you here?
unless he hung up.
I'm here.
Yeah. No,
Oh, okay,
what
good. Awesome.
I
All
think
right.
I think it's time for me for a new it's time for a new computer.
That's more than fair. It's more than fair. So, gents, let's get into The Boys season 2.
Wait, actually, before that, can I do a quick heavy metal minute if we have time?
Sure.
I didn't get to do it last week because we had
Let's do
our big fan admirer wouldn't let us move forward. Link here to hear all that. But yeah,
Let's
let
do
me
Heavy
do
Metal
that.
Minute.
It's ready to go. Just give me 2 seconds.
You have 2 seconds, Mo.
So the paparazzi's on some bullshit. The paparazzi took a picture of Ozzy Osbourne. Ozzy Osbourne's out and about. You know, he finally leaves the house because Corona's not as dangerous. He was without a mask. I guess that's how they could recognize him. They paparazzi's trying to say that Ozzy is unrecognizable without black hair. He's showing all his gray, you know. Ozzy does have a look. He's got those round '60s glasses, the black hair, dressed all in black. You know, the goth uh, man of the shadows type look. But I saw the picture. It looked like Ozzy. If he was wearing a mask, I could see that they they could have recognized him. But I could recognize him. You know, it sucks with musicians. You feel you got to look young and hip and stuff. And Ozzy actually looks great with. He looks great with fucking gray hair. I'm not gonna lie. Like his grays is like a good salt and pepper, but it's still long. He's not one of those dudes that cut his hair. He cut his hair when he went solo for a little bit, but it still was like long and messy, not clean cut. You know, he didn't do like a pompadour like Metallica did when they cut off their hair. But yeah, I don't know. It's so dumb. Yeah. Amid this COVID-19 world where bands can't play live, Lamb of God has said they want to go out and, Randy Blythe, not Lamb of God. He's speaking for himself, but he would like Lamb of God to play with some pop bands. Like, just do concerts that encompass all genres instead of just metal shows or just pop shows or just rock shows, which to a degree might be a good idea, especially to get the ball rolling, get everybody going out to the same thing, kind of even the earning power for different genres, especially now when not that many people might even show up. I mean, you do the drive-through shows, the VMAs just happened this past weekend. It was a drive-through event, or it looked like it, at least. I didn't watch that shit, so I saw some shit online and there was cars there. So I don't know if that was by design or part of the look they were going for, but yeah, so yeah, Randy Blythe said that, and that's kind of, I think might be a good idea. Randy Blythe is one of these progressive dudes that looks at music industry as a whole, not just the metal industry and things like that. So he might be onto something. I don't know. Do you think he might be onto something? Let me know. fractionofforever@gmail.com, or just hit me up in the comments section. Fraction of Forever on YouTube. But yeah, and a little bonus note for you guys. You guys got to hear the mashup for Wet Ass Pussy. It's a mashup with Lamb of God's Redneck. And so talk about doing a fucking a show with multi-genres. I want to see that duet in real life. Like, there's a mashup on YouTube, and it's Wet Ass Pussy with Cardi B and I believe Megan Thee Stallion. And they're rapping over a karaoke version of Lamb of God's Redneck. And I can't get that. I heard that shit like 75 times. I can't get that shit out of my head, which is funny because Redneck is one of my least favorite Lamb of God songs. I actually, when I first heard Lamb of God, I saw the video for Redneck and I was like, oh my God, this isn't that great. Like, I don't know, it rubbed me the wrong way. I have my personal reasons. I've probably talked about this before on Heavy Metal Minute or Fraction of Forever, but the Lamb of God is actually one of these bands that I really like now. And hearing that, it's like that mashup was kind of funny. When I actually heard Wet Ass Pussy for the first time, I'm not gonna lie, I got a little hard. Like it's a good song. I can imagine sitting, putting some tears in my beer at the strip club, and that song comes up, and I just feel good. It'd be a good one for the girls to do a 2-for-1 special. You know what I mean? But we don't do that no more. It's COVID-19 time. So the best thing we could do is do a duet. I want to hear Randy Blythe's vocals backing Cardi B's on Wet Ass Pussy. Anyway, I'm Moses Magnum. This has been the Heavy Metal Minute. Go ahead and subscribe to Fraction of Forever for more heavy metal talk when it happens.
The strip clubs are open out here.
Yeah, but you're lucky.
Am I really? There is still a quality issue, but
Hold on.
what happened? We lose everybody else.
I can't hear him for some reason.
Mayor, you're muted.
Damn it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm talking and
Oh.
I apologize.
Man,
My bad. That's my fault. I was like, basically what I said was, Midwestern strip clubs are definitely not the lick. I agree with that. and because of the Heavy Metal Minute, I already got WAP neck queued up. I'm ready to hear that joint as soon as the show's over. I'm like, oh damn, I didn't even know that was a thing. What? Let's go.
It's so crazy with a lot of these mashups. Like they did a Slayer, Earth, Wind, and Fire one that's pretty good, except that they have to slow down Slayer so that Earth, Wind, and Fire fits. And it's like that defeats
you
the
don't want
purpose.
to do that.
But with Red Ass Pussy and Redneck, it's seamless. Like I literally can hear. You don't even have to remove Randy Blythe's vocals. Like he could just change the lyrics and they're congruent.
Yeah.
I don't know what congruent means.
Is it WAP neck or red WAP?
No, WAP neck.
Yeah, WAP neck.
They did it in a hurry.
Yeah. Anyway, so good job as always with the Heavy Metal Minute, Moses. And if you all haven't went ahead and messed with Fraction of Forever yet, you should do that. Definitely make sure that you go and check out Fraction of Forever because it's awesome. So, okay, let's do this. The Boys season 2 came out recently. They have a bit of a different convention when it comes to releasing episodes, and we should talk about that as well. But I can't say I'm mad at it. It's like but I do feel it's worth a conversation or worth having a conversation about as well. However, episodes 1 through 3 of The Boys did come out. Oz, did you watch The Boys?
I watched it and I haven't been able to drink milk since.
There it is. Tell us what you think of The Boys episode 1 through 3, Oz.
I like it. At first it bugged me that it didn't pick up exactly where season 1 left off because I really wanted to see what was going on there. But apparently from that point until Billy Butcher returns, they're gonna do like a little movie for that. So that's something else to look forward to. Like the events of how he got from point A to point B.
Who told you that?
That's like I get news reports.
You could have done it in news.
It's not going to be like a movie theater movie. It's just
I know it's not a movie theater movie.
Yeah.
Are you talking about future episodes, or are you talking about like something outside of the season of The Boys?
It's a one shot.
Something else. Yeah, like a one shot. Yeah, exactly.
Like the Michonne one shot.
Really?
Where Negan lives.
Got it. Okay. I did not know that. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, we saw a little bit of what happened in these first few episodes, but it is very little. I didn't realize they were going to like go delve deeper into like what happened in something separate or apart from this season of the show.
Right. Like I want to know where he got the tracksuit.
Listen, why Oz are you so like focused, like laser focused on very particular items that are happening in these superhero worlds? Like, why is it that you're like, why is he wearing that tracksuit?
Weird. I've already seen a season of Billy Butcher wearing like either Hawaiian shirts or Neo gear, like he's fucking in the Matrix, and all of a sudden he's wearing like some velvety tracksuit. That doesn't get your attention?
I mean, if you're asking, did I realize that he was in a tracksuit? Then yes, that did happen. I did recognize the fact that he was in a tracksuit. Now, if you're saying, did I feel the need to know exactly how he came across that tracksuit? No. I mean, he only had a change of clothes, so I don't care. Like, I personally feel like, yeah, at some point, he will want to change his clothes, and I don't need to know where that change of clothes came from, but apparently other people feel different, enough so where they're like, well, we should make supplementary material.
It would be. Imagine if you watch Pulp Fiction, and then you saw Jules and Vince in the volleyball outfit, which is how the movie started, and you're like, "How? Why are they wearing that?" Like, and then you see how they got it. Like, imagine they didn't show you how they got those volleyball outfits, and then you get a little mini movie on how they got it.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, and I guess my thought was, at some point during the season, they'll tell me that, but I guess that assumption was wrong because I can't wait, or I can't look for that in the season. I have to wait for the supplementary material, I guess. I don't know. Like,
It's a standalone that they're just calling Butcher.
if they never tell me where that tracksuit came from, I think I'd be okay. I can accept the fact that
really where the tracksuit came from, but why did he feel the need to wear a tracksuit?
or
the
that he felt the
situation
need.
The
He just-
situations that are around him having to change his outfit.
No, I mean,
Like, we know it's not a
situation,
We know it's
the,
not a
situ-
yeah.
the situation is he only had one
It's
pair of clothes.
He didn't have any clothes. That's the thing. He just got taken out of an exploding building at the end of season 1. Spoiler alert.
This is the point I'm making.
Clothes. So he
Like-
could have
like-
taken any clothes.
What I'm saying is, if I only had one pair of clothes, and I had, it was like dirty because I'd worn it all day, and someone offered me another set of clothes, I would change, and I wouldn't be like,
Who offered?
"Oh,
Who was
this
helping him? Who was helping a known terrorist murderer at that time? Because we saw that as soon as he wakes up, he's already on his picture's already in the news.
I guess
his ex-wife."
no. I guess what Larry just assumes is like Reverend Run that gave him that tracksuit,
No, it's not Reverend Run. It's just like
or a mobster. Like,
it
Jackie
doesn't matter, is what I'm saying. It's like he just needed to change clothes. So why would he be picky?
Why would he need to change clothes? You think Billy Butcher does he look like the kind of guy that needs to be clean 100% of the time?
Not 100%, but enough. Like, if he's gonna have a conversation with his wife that he thought was dead, then yeah,
He doesn't
might
know
want
where
to-
she is. You
Huh?
saw in the movie that he wakes up, he realizes she's alive, then he's out again, and next time he wakes up, he has to try to remember everything he saw because he needs to find her. He has no idea where she is. He didn't have a conversation, and he didn't get any clothes by the time he was already away from where his wife is.
Wait, we don't know
Well,
that.
Miles away, a totally different city, with the same clothes he was already wearing when he woke up next to his wife. He doesn't know where she is. That's the whole point of these 3 episodes.
Okay.
Is him trying to get back to her, trying to remember trying to figure out where she is. That's what the CIA agent is. That was the deal. They were to find her wife for him.
But then I guess what I'm saying is the clothes that he's wearing isn't the important part. It doesn't feel like.
Well, not to you. You just make up these things in your head, like, "Wow, his wife probably gave it to him," ignoring every other fact around that would imply that it's impossible for her to give him a change of clothes.
Got it. Okay, you're right. You're right. Like,
It's
also the way he came
whatever
in.
you make up in your head is what happened, and that's it. That's all you need.
The way he came in was like he's like smiley, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, and it really changed the tone of the first episode. Like, I enjoyed the first episode, but I'm like, man, this motherfucker makes the show when I saw him for those last 5 minutes because he's like, "Daddy's home," you know.
well,
and
he doesn't. Does he come in the end of episode 1 or is it episode 2?
episode 1.
Oh, I don't remember.
All Urban in his like incredible acting chin.
Yeah, he just like
His
he looks at Huey and he's just like, the Frenchie's like, we need a real captain, and he's like, yeah, that's right, Daddy's home. And it's like, fuck, this guy. How could they How did I enjoy this show with him not in it? Yeah,
for that like 45 minutes.
Right. And I knew he wasn't in it, and it's part of the story, but it's a credit to all the other actors because I still enjoyed it. I didn't enjoy it less that he wasn't in it, but when he got in it, it's like, okay, the gang's back together. The boys are back in town.
Right.
Yeah.
Jay, what did you think, buddy? What was your thoughts on the boys? The beginning of season 2.
There's a song they played in the first episode that.
You sound a little low, Jay. I'm sorry.
Sorry, there was a song they played in the first episode that was really distracting to me. Like, it was too catchy and it was like distracting me.
What song was it?
I don't know the name of the song.
It's not the Rolling Stones one, right?
I don't know who does the song.
Is it at the beginning, the middle, or the end?
The beginning.
Oh yeah, "Sympathy for the Devil" by the Rolling Stones.
It's not that catchy. Apparently, you weren't like, I gotta know who sings that.
Well, now he's like, please allow me to introduce myself, one man in the wealth and fame. Like he's got that while he's sleeping now.
No, that's not it.
Oh, then it's not at the because that's the song at the beginning. Is that or I'm terrible?
Well, Jay, what goddamn song is it, Jay?
I'll watch the episode again and I'll.
Yeah, you're right, Larry. It's not that catchy.
But it was like the beginning of the episode.
I mean, I wish he put this much effort into trying to find out what the tracksuit was as he does today.
I'm sorry.
Lawrence gets all passionate all of a sudden.
I'm sorry, Jay. What? Go ahead. Continue.
It starts off kind of slow, and so the catchy song just kept coming back in my head and distracting. And I also thought there was a huge missed opportunity to make a Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy reference.
Jay, listen, really, Jay? A huge missed opportunity to make a Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy reference?
Yeah. Like, I think that would have improved the episode.
How big could the opportunity be to make a Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy reference?
Like, it was huge.
Huge!
It's in the beginning, and it's when I don't remember anyone's name. I'm sorry, but the dude is all pissed off at Huey because Huey's all gung ho about like getting back into the swing of things, and then the dude tells him like, "You're not a soldier. You're not a spy. Like if you said like you're not even a tailor, like that would have been amazing."
But what about the Tinker?
We don't need all of it.
Oh, no. I definitely agree. I disagree. We need all of it, or else it's not even a reference.
Well, he did kind of. I mean, he mentioned that he sells like electronics. That's something a Tinker would do.
No.
Was it the song "Never Truly Vanish"? That Starlight sang? Was that the catchy one?
Moses.
Was it Never Truly Vanish?
The one that the hero sang, the girl hero, Starlight.
No. That was I fast forwarded.
Yeah.
Listen, Jay, I'm telling you right now, if next week you don't come back with the title and the artist of this song, you're gonna be in trouble. Like you're gonna get hate mail. So make sure you watch this joint again.
Was it Medicine's double audition?
How does that go?
I never heard that song in my life, and it wasn't catchy enough.
You gotta sing now, Mo. You gotta sing now.
I don't know that
Honestly,
song.
he said he doesn't know the name, so you could
you
could just rattle off a list, and he's still gonna say I don't know.
Yeah, but it's funny if I rattle off the list.
You gotta sing it, Mo.
I don't know that one. I honestly, if it was in there, I don't know if it's even that catchy to me because I don't remember it. All I remember was the "Sympathy for the Devil" at the beginning and Billy Joel's "Pressure" at the end, and it's like, but
Joe knows "Pressure," right, Jay? You know that song, right?
He doesn't know who Billy Joel is.
Jay knows who Billy Joel is.
Yeah, he does.
Now, don't get me wrong. I will admit this. what like they showed the video, and I didn't recognize that person as Billy Joel immediately
Yeah,
because that's Billy Joel from back then,
back then, yeah.
and I didn't recognize that as Billy Joel immediately.
Can you
I know the song.
Billy Joel's like that great a pianist, and he was a boxer too.
I don't know anything about that.
It's like if
I believe you.
if I was gonna be a pianist, like I would take care of my hands. Like
He's like, it doesn't matter if they break.
yeah,
I'm that good.
yeah.
So I'm just gonna say this real quick. Jay, you need to know the name and the artist of this song next week.
It'll be the
okay?
thing next week.
And then Moses, you have to know the song that you just named. You got to be able to sing that next week.
I'm not a singer.
No, it don't matter. You put yourself in this up. You put
Right.
yourself like you got. You could have the link available and share the link so we can hear it. That's fine. But one or the other, like you got to be able to produce this song next week that you were talking about.
If I sing it, I'll have to change my microphone. What? Yeah.
So anyway,
This one's not good for singing.
because you two with this music, like y'all, yeah, you messed it up. So anyway, okay. So let's get like to the meat and potatoes of things. Like Mo, what did you think of The Boys, the first 3 episodes? Because the way they're doing it, if I'm not mistaken, I think they released the first 3 episodes, and I think an episode is coming out each week, every Friday until like mid-October. I think that's right.
Yeah.
Something like that. So what did you think of the first 3 episodes of The Boys, Mo?
I think that's how they did it the first season too.
Oh, was it really?
Yeah.
No, I don't remember that.
So
I might have came late.
I did feel it was weird that they're doing that. It's not bingeable,
Right.
But I think with The Boys they did that. I think they did it with Marvelous Miss Maisel too. And The Boys, I mean, The Boys was a success. I mean, don't let the Emmys fool you. But
No, The Boys.
The Boys was a success for critically, and you know, don't ask me if it's cool like the comic because I didn't read that shit as soon as I heard it was being optioned by somebody. So, but you know, they use it to promote when they give free Amazon Prime for like Metro PCS or whatever cell phone service. Like they use The Boys to promote it like on the commercials. So it's definitely a success for them. So I would see why, especially in this time where people are being at home, like, you know, we'll give you something to watch. You don't have to take away from everything else you watch. Here's watch one episode and stick around if you like see other things. I did catch myself seeing what else they had that I haven't watched that I might be interested in. Some of the stuff
on Amazon Prime.
Right, exactly. So it might, in this case, it's a good strategy. Usually I prefer just a bingeable, but I'm okay with the weekly thing too. I just, you know, luckily my Apple TV puts everything on one thing, so I can just watch what I need to watch next. So it's fine for me. It's all one thing, but I do believe that the first season was you watch one here and then the next one. I think The Tick was bingeable, but it might be just because I lagged on watching it.
Got it. So if you had to rate it, Mo, what would you rate The Boys season, the beginning of season 2?
I hate time jumps. If you listen to Fantastic Forum at any given time,
you are not a fan. You're right.
I like time jumps, and that kind of threw me off at the beginning. I actually watched the first episode twice instead of keep watching it because I'm like, you know what? I got to see the real quality of this in spite of the time jump. And like you said, they kind of showed you a little bit of where he was. But now that they told me there's going to be a separate movie on Amazon Prime, I'm in. Like, I'm okay with this time jump.
Got it. Oz.
5 out of 5. Sorry.
5 out of 5.
5 exploding heads out of 5. Or 5 hot breast milks out of 5.
I love it. Oz, what did you think of The Boys season 2? Give us like some final thoughts and then rate it for us.
The funeral for Translucent was one of the most ridiculous things I've ever seen in a good way. there's pictures of the dude not invisible. So it just, I don't know. I was like laughing the whole time that thing's going on. I want a one shot with the Deep. What that character is going through, it's like the dude is trying, but he's just not good. And for some reason, he fascinates me. I want to see the Deep in his own, at least a one shot like Butcher. So
Go ahead.
So the fact that it can make me like it can do something completely stupid
Mm-hmm.
that I can enjoy and make me want more with the characters
Mm-hmm.
says a lot about the quality and the writing of these shows.
Mm-hmm.
So 5 out of 5.
There it is. There it is. What were you gonna say, Mo?
That the Deep, like how he said, it's very intriguing. I do like that deconstructionism of a character like an Aquaman. You know,
Right.
like when
right.
he gets drunk and goes to the water park and tells the kids, "You think water's supposed to be fun?" Yeah, like,
That was so good.
yeah, and even when Jeff Johns tried to do it in New 52, where Aquaman was watching somebody eat tuna fish sandwiches,
Yeah.
and it didn't quite hit the mark that this does. I don't know what the comic does, and I'm happy to not know it, because if this is something they changed for the show, I'm happy to enjoy it without having to be like it's not like the comic.
Gotcha.
Hey, the Deep doesn't do anything in the comics.
Oh, good.
Quick fun fact is, let's see, I gotta say this without spoiling.
Yeah,
After
please.
during the mushroom incident, Patton Oswalt shows up. That's as much as I can say without spoiling something.
Yeah. Yeah. Indeed.
You
Indeed.
spoiled it because I didn't know Patton Oswalt showed up.
No, you didn't realize that was Patton Oswalt?
In what? In
Oh,
What
don't- you watched all the episodes, right?
I only watched the first one. I told you I watched it once
Oh no, then
to really.
no. Then just keep watching. Just keep watching.
Now I think my experience has been ruined.
No, it hasn't. It hasn't. Trust me, you're gonna be like when he shows up, you're gonna be like, whoa. You're gonna love it. Jay, what are your thoughts on The Boys season, or the first part of season 2, and what would you rate it?
Well, first off, the song is Pressure.
It was Pressure.
Yeah,
God damn you, Joe.
I guess I just don't know that song.
Why are you always making me look crazy, Joe? Stop this.
I'm sorry, I'm not as big a Billy Joel fan as you are.
Joe, it's not me. It's the world, Joe. It's the world. Pressure. under pressure, Joe.
No, but that's not the song, Joe. Your volume just got lower and lower till you can't hear
It did.
Not
Yeah.
Under Pressure.
No, that's David Bowie and Freddie Mercury. That's a different song, Larry.
Oh, I'm tripping.
Larry's the one that doesn't know.
Under Pressure, Under Pressure is the Vanilla Ice remake.
You're dumb. Please stop that.
The
Oz.
progenitor
No. Pressure Billy Joel
is a
Which-
different song.
is a different song. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Right.
But still, you should know that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. That's. I mean, he has the asshole anthem for boomers. Like, we didn't start the fire. Yeah, I love Billy Joel myself, but I can see other people like, because it's not even like rock, like from the 70s. It's like, mid-Atlantic, North Atlantic rock for wasps.
Joe's just as wasp as anybody. He calls them the blacks.
Means.
What did he say?
I don't know what Watts means.
White Anglo-Saxon Protestant.
Oh, yeah, I'm not a Protestant. Those guys.
That's where he takes the exception. I'm
And-
no Protestant.
That's where I wish Mike worked.
Joe, you're definitely a Protestant.
No, aren't they the? No, I'm thinking of Lutherans. They're not Lutherans.
Right, exactly. Lutherans are Protestants too,
Yeah.
but you're like anybody that's not Catholic is a Protestant.
Yeah.
I'm not all those fucking rules. It's like 104, right?
99.
99?
Mhm.
That's
Oh, sorry, that's not true.
I don't know. That's too much.
Larry, you got a girl over there or something?
Who, me? No.
No,
No,
Larry.
no. I'm sorry. It's Raymond's talking. He's telling me that everybody does. There are people that aren't Catholic that aren't Protestants, but I
Yeah,
don't know.
Muslims.
No, we're not. We're talking about in the realm of Christianity.
Oh.
Like,
I mean,
no, yeah, obviously, yeah. Buddhists are Protestants, but
Yeah.
they're not even Christian.
I mean,
So
you got
why-
specific.
they don't factor into the conversation.
That's fucked up, Larry. That's why China's getting away with what they're doing with the Muslims.
No, nobody refers to Protestants in relation to Asian religions.
See?
See, what does that even mean? Never mind. Joe, please rate this before we're done. Huh?
So maybe I am a Protestant.
You are, Jay. I already told you that. What do you feel about the boys is what I'm asking you. I'm not even asking. I'm not trying to find out if you're a Protestant or not. I'm trying to find out what do you rate the boys is what I'm trying to find out, Jay. Do that.
4.
Thank you. For what out of 5, Jay?
4. So I guess 4 psycho bitches. I don't know.
There's so many psycho bitches to choose from, but I'll give it to you.
One in the boys.
Huh?
Only one in the boys. Only one psycho bitch.
Is that true?
Yeah.
There's only one
Yeah. And you
in season 2. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Oh, I've only seen episode 1.
I don't even
Oh.
know for a psycho bitch in season 1.
Okay, that's fair. That's
House
fair.
Stormfront in later episodes.
Hey, don't worry about it. You should just watch it.
Kimiko's not psycho. She's got a plan.
No, listen. Just let Mo watch it, and we'll go ahead.
Like, yeah, she's a psycho bitch.
Oz, I asked you what you thought, right?
He left. He had to go to work.
Oh, okay, but I did ask Oz, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, good. So yeah.
I like it. Yeah, I like it.
So listen, I thought it was great. I enjoyed it thoroughly. I give it 4.5 out of 5. The only reason I give it a half is just because I want to see where the rest of the season goes. It's more precautionary than anything else. But the first season was spectacular. This season is looking like it's shaping up to be the exact same way, but you never know. There could be a misstep. So, that's, like I said, it's just precautionary. I'm sure by the time the season ends, I'll probably give it a 5 out of 5 because The Boys is awesome. So, yeah, good time.
And one thing I wanted to ask you that I didn't ask you yet, but how were you with like all the gore?
Most of it I was okay with. I'm trying to think. I feel like there was a moment where I was kind of a little taken aback where I was like, ooh, but I can't remember what it is right now. I'm gonna have to go back and look.
Did you pee yourself when you saw the recap of the last season and you saw her eye holes?
No. I like that. Like, honestly, it's like one of those things where like that scene is like tense, but it's not gory. It's just like, oh man, this guy is crazy. Which it's so funny because a meme I saw over like the course of like the last like weekend review Superman, and that was like how America actually is, and it was a picture of Homelander.
Oh wow.
And I was just like, damn, like it's messed up, but I can't say it's wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Where it's like
Yeah.
it's a little too spot on. But yeah, man. So
a Superman with a tan and blonde hair. Like,
dude, listen, you haven't even seen the rest of these episodes, man. You need to watch these next 2 episodes, and who knows, like we might be talking about The Boys next week. I thought you would have watched all 3 episodes,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
wait till
a little recap.
wait till you watch these next 2.
One thing that I did think that was great in episode 1 was Giancarlo Esposito, like his
Yeah.
standoff with Homelander. Like this dude
Yeah.
had no powers that
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and he could just look him in the eye and tell him to go fuck himself.
Right.
There's only
Right.
one actor that can pull that off, and it's Giancarlo Esposito
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right, man. God bless him. He's a national treasure.
from Puerto Rico.
he can be a national treasure from Puerto Rico. That's all good.
Not in Trump's America.
Oh well, hey, listen. We'll see about that.
I'm sorry, Homeland is America.
Right. You're right on that too.
Yeah.
Anyway. Anyway.
Just remembering something that happened with the replacement. Like they have to replace the Deep, and so one of the candidates.
Yeah.
Pretty awesome.
Yeah. Leave it be, Jay. Let Mo experience it, and for those that are watching that haven't seen it all yet, let them experience it for themselves. It's an amazing scene. I know exactly what you're talking about, Jay. So yeah. Anyway, cool. So listen, it's about that time, folks. Like, time for us to get out of here. We're gonna do some final thoughts, and there it is. So let's do it.
1 second.
Mo wasn't counting on us actually ending. I'm not mad at him. I'm not mad at him.
I'm also producing content while I'm producing content.
Oh,
you know?
sheesh, man. Listen, Mo needs a day off, man.
I'm in a conversation. I'm doing post-production while I'm doing actual production, and my computer is not working at my speed.
He's doing pre, post, and current production all at once.
Hold on, don't talk yet.
Kirby hand.
All right, good.
Okay, wait. Kirby hand. Oh, there it is. Kirby hand
Take it
up.
away.
You got it. Jay, give us some final thoughts, buddy. Oh, talk
Joe,
into
you're
the
gonna
mic,
have to
Jay.
Pick up the mic. Yeah, pick up that mic, Joe. Take 2.
I'm not 100% sure that I get Phantasy Star Online 2.
Is that it?
Yeah, I'm not really sure that I get it. Like,
I don't think it's your fault. I
Doug?
play Phantasy Star Online too.
it's like the disconnect between the story and the gameplay is really weird to me.
Yeah, it's not your fault, Jay. It's the game.
I'm still playing it though.
I believe that too. Most Magnum, final thoughts.
I want to thank the good people at Gimme Radio, the streaming service app that's actually more like radio for heavy metal. They sent me this beautiful vinyl of Chemist's new album, the Doomed Heavy Metal. Has a cover of Rainbow in the Dark, which is amazing. I'm going to be reviewing this on Fraction of Forever later on this week, and it gave me some stickers. So yeah, thank you, Gimme Radio.
That's awesome, man. I love to hear that. For the entire Fantastic Forum, thank you all so much for hanging out with us. Shout out to Oz. He had to go, but Oz, we appreciate you, buddy. Make sure that you go ahead and hit us up on our social media. Make sure that you follow us on Instagram. Hit us up on YouTube. Subscribe. Friggin' like, subscribe videos. Friggin' hit the notifications, like all the notifications, so you make sure you get every episode of Fantastic Forum if you're not watching us live. We appreciate you. We thank you so much. This is Fantastic Forum. We'll be back next week. Until then, we are out.